All right, everyone, thank you for jumping on. You got head coach Ben Olsen here. Ben back at home this weekend against a Western Conference opponent again. How's the team prepared this week as you look forward to Portland?
Good week. It took us a little bit to get there. Again, the Colorado trip took a little out of us for coming back on Tuesday, and again, mostly because it was a good performance and we gave everything, and we give one up late again. So that was a little tough to digest there on Tuesday, but it was a good week. They understand we're still in this thing, and that there's a bunch of teams trying to get those last two spots, and we're one of them. And there's 4 games left. We grab enough points in there. We still feel like we can get in this thing, but certainly the importance of this game is is real. But we all know that. We all know that. We've known that for a while. We've managed to get some points to stay in this thing. So that's where we're at. I don't think a lot of people are giving us a chance, which is I think there's some value in that, and people have us out. And that's certainly not the case here. And we hope to make this very interesting. It starts with a home game, and certainly righting the ship at home. So the mood is one of excitement right now.
All right, thanks for that. We'll start with Dustin.
Hey Ben, good morning. Hey, before we talk about the game, just wanted to get your thoughts on the news this morning. Brooklyn getting called into the U20 World Cup. A guy that's developed through this system for a while now. Just how important is that, and for Brooklyn and what you've seen from him this year in his development?
Well, I think as we go in this and we look at kind of these 3 years, it is important to look at what is also happening. Right, it's been a tough season. But to celebrate some of this stuff, where Jack's with the national team and progressing and in the mix, and Brooklyn's playing every game and developing, and now putting himself on the world stage at the under-20s, and anticipate him getting real minutes there. Again, selling some players, all this stuff. It is, when this happens, that's all part of a team moving and kind of creating a new culture and a new mindset with the club. So I'm proud of him. This has not been an easy couple of years, because I think kids nowadays really just expect to be starting, and they see their peers playing all the time, and at their age in the league, and getting the minutes. So when they're not, it's a challenge, and his growth has been steady. It hasn't been 1 year where he's jumped up. It's been a process, and I think a lot of people at this club have been part of that process, and we take pride in that. And I'm looking forward to him being on the world stage.
And just looking at this Portland game, Artur out, you'll be out as well. How does that kind of change, not having your captain in there, not having the midfielder in there, as you go against this Portland team that's been very good in their midfield?
Well, Artur being out is way more influential than me being out, so I wouldn't even put us in the same category. He's a big piece. You guys know that. Everybody knows that. Both from a leadership standpoint, but as a focal point, and putting out fires, and being a guy that's very reliable. Okay, we've dealt with that in every area of the field constantly throughout this year, and now there's a midfield hole for the day, and we got some guys to fill it, and it's the next man up. They'll be fine. We're not putting in people in there that don't have significant minutes and know what they're doing, both within the league and this year. So we'll be okay.
Thanks, Ben.
Joey, go ahead.
Hey Ben, how so far have the new guys, Damian Lowe and Sergio Santos, fit into the puzzle so far? And can we anticipate a debut this weekend?
They are doing fine. It's a hard process to, at this stage in the game, kind of pop new guys in. It makes it easier that they know this league. Certainly in Sergio's case, he's coming from the league, and Damon spent a lot of time in this league, and is a CONCACAF player. So, from a personality standpoint, and just fitting very, very seamless. Both have a lot of personality, which I think at this stage in the season, it's nice to get some characters in here. Both of them have a fresh energy about them, and sometimes that helps. On the field, it's going to take a little time. Both of them are kind of here to take a look and offer some solutions if A and B happens, or if we need C in this game. So those are, but they're gonna help us in this next 4 games for sure.
Now, 4 games left this season, there's a lot of players looking at the contracts and the rosters that are either out of contracts or on option this year. Lowe and Sergio Santos are included in that. Is there a real sense of urgency with a lot of these players that right now playing for their spot on the team next year?
I don't care how they motivate themselves. You know, I was a player once. Sometimes it was contracts, sometimes it was family, sometimes it was internal motivation. I don't care. Figure it out. If money's your motivation, great. Contracts your motivation, great. If that's not your motivation, find something else. That's not, I'm not reading that. I'm not looking at players like, oh, that guy's playing for a contract. No. These guys go through a journey of a year, and there's a brotherhood in there, and they want to win for the organization, our fans, and the group. Now, within that, yes, of course, there's layers to players' motivations, but going down the line saying this guy, I'm not spending a lot of time thinking about that. Asher and Pat deal with the contracts, and we can focus really on just trying to get this team to be at its best.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, go ahead. Oh no.
Jesus, are you kidding me?
We can't hear you. All right, Herman, go ahead, and we'll come back to Jesus.
Maybe we'll come back to Jesus. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna give Jesus a couple time, but
Thank
somebody
you.
will figure it out, man. Felipe Andrade, got his option purchased to stay with the club. Just your thoughts on him and how he allows you to use your system, as a back and forth down the sideline type
Yeah,
player.
it's been a great year for him. He's been a real bright spot, and I think he's grown. He takes information very well. He's combative. He loves defending. He's good on set pieces, and he's got real pace. And this is the type of athlete and mentality that we want in the back line. And there's things to work on, and we still have to find out kind of where he is best for this team as we go forward. But in this time, look, Franco's been out for over a month. Right? Nobody even talks about that. Again, the center back rotations and Franco out, and Dan having the hip issue for a long time and still kind of struggling at times with that. It's been thin, and within that, you need players to step up. And he's one of them this year that has replaced injured players, or the back line. He's played a bunch of different spots, so he's certainly earned that new extension or buy or purchase or contract, whatever it was, and we're happy to have him going forward, because again, he has a lot of different qualities that we like, and his versatility will help us.
Thank you, Coach.
Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Ben.
Sam?
Yeah, just want to ask you, we just have 4 games to the end of the season, and I just want to ask you, at this time of season now, what would you say is the priority of the team? Is it making the playoffs, or looking beyond it in terms of making sure that players get to the attention you want them to get to?
Our full priority right now is playoffs, and even more so, the priority of that is just Portland. That's it. That's all we can deal with right now. There's people that I work with, Asher and Pat, that can focus on the playoffs and this team and me and pushing us forward, but also focus on next year. And of course, I have some of that dialogue as this goes. You always have to be proactive and always thinking about the future. But the headspace for certainly the staff and the the players is in this moment, because I don't, you know, and even in your voice, Sam, I don't think, you know, we have a chance at this thing, and I think the players believe that, and the coaching staff believes it. So that'll be it. And when and if that ever happens and we're out of it, we're going to still focus on the next game, and we're going to go try to get points in the next game. So this is just how we live, and of course there's conversations going on about the future, and but that would be the same situation as if we were in third place in the West. That's just professional sports, and you're always looking forward.
So with the table, with the race now so tight, do you speak to the players about the scenarios that may see the teams, the players, or like you said, is a one match scenario type of thing?
It's one match at a time. It's one match at a time.
All right.
We gotta get 3 against Portland.
Well, we share the best.